I've been sitting here eating my McDonald's adult Happy Meal for the Minecraft movie because, of course, I have Minecraft on this channel. I have to get the Minecraft movie Happy Meal. But that really got me thinking. Our childhood was cool, and everything now is relatively boring. What happened? Hey guys, it's Dan, and welcome back to another video. I feel like this is a sentiment many of us are kind of sharing that grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s as our real childhood and are kind of seeing how the world is starting to change a lot now compared to what it was. Now, what really got me thinking about this was that Minecraft meal because it's something cool, it's something different, it's something that you don't see very much anymore is restaurants really going out and doing fun things that they used to. I know looking back at it, this made me reminisce on when we would go to McDonald's or Burger King, just one of the little fast food restaurants in town as I was growing up. A lot of them had play places that you could go into. The kids could play while we were waiting on food or after we were done eating, and the adults could just kind of talk to each other and catch up a little bit. And it was something fun for us kids to have as well. Many orders would come with cool things. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is the Happy Meals and how cool some of those toys would be. I saw a TikTok probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago about a guy that actually ordered the Spy Kids full set that came in McDonald's Happy Meals, and it just every single part of it would connect into one another, and it created the big beetle or whatever it was from the movie, but you had individual little toys to play with while you were waiting to collect everything in order to get that full toy as a whole. And you just don't see that anymore. It seems like everything is just expendable. It's supposed to last 1 or 2 times to play with and then to be thrown away. It doesn't seem like anything anymore is an actual toy that you would get to use. As well, not only did the kids meals come with toys and things like that, but also regular meals would come with fun things as well. I remember for a while, the McDonald's was offering glass Coca-Cola cups that you could get with any Big Mac meal. And I know my family went and collected a bunch of those. We had 4, I think, of every single color, so we could set them all out and everybody could have a matching Coca-Cola glass. It was something fun that we would do. We'd go once or twice a week and go get a couple of meals, a couple of glasses, and it was something fun that we could do, and we could have the whole family in on it and see what we could collect, as well as my aunts and uncles, what they could collect, and we all ended up equaling things out until everyone had the correct amount of cups in the correct amount of colors for however many they needed. And it just doesn't seem like that's something that happens anymore. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of fun stuff for families or friends to really do. As well, when it comes to regular restaurants, a lot of them would have arcades in them, something for the kids to play on while you were waiting for your food. One that I went to had all sorts of different things. It would have pinball, it would have a little back and forth marble game where you had to try and get the marble all the way to the top for the best prize, as well as a snowmobile game, a driving game, and a claw machine. It was just something that the parents could come with $5 in quarters, give it to their kids, and all the kids could go and have fun until the food showed up. You just don't see arcades in any restaurants anymore. As well, many of them would have fun designs. A couple that stand out to me is Chili's.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Every Chili's that I would go to seemed like they had a different design. The one in my hometown has spaceships and all sorts of stuff kind of going around it, as well as one that was in the town just over from me would have like pirate ships and cars or something like that. I just remember that they were completely different, and now it seems like every Chili's I go into looks the exact same. There's no difference between them. You can't tell that you're in a new town. You're just in the same Chili's with a different scenery outside the windows. The next place that really just reminds me of my childhood is a pizza place that we used to have in town where there would be aliens coming through the ceiling and all sorts of designs on the side of the building. One of the designs is a bunch of famous movie actors drawn in cartoon themes, all sharing some pizza, and everyone's being eaten by a shark. It's just something that you don't see anywhere and really makes that place stand out and be locked into your memory for a very, very long time. And it wasn't only restaurants and fast food places that had cool stuff. I know that there were a lot of stores that had odd things and fun things to do. Walmart, for instance, I know many of us have probably seen the pictures and many kids don't know, but Walmart's used to sell live lobsters as well as fish and many other things. Now it's just a grocery store that's starting to kind of move up with some of the products and have some higher quality stuff, which is good, but it's missing that finesse. The kids would always go and look at the live lobsters, the fish, all the random things that they had there. And you would go to different stores and they would have different assortments of animals and products. And now everything is the same across the board. There's nothing different. As well, some stores had fun things to do. Like one that I remember was we had a American Furniture Warehouse in the next town over that we would go to after going to the dentist or anytime we needed to go do some shopping. And my parents really liked to go and just look and peruse through and see if there was any new furniture, if they wanted a new bed frame, a new couch, something like that. And in this store, it had a movie theater that the kids could go and sit in. They could sit in some massaging chairs or just regular lazy boy recliners and feel like the head of the house and watch a movie. You would be able to sit there while your parents went out and shopped and watch all sorts of different shows that were on it that were just set to play back to back to back. That's actually where I saw the first Iron Man, was inside of a American Furniture Warehouse in the theater section. And many of the stores that us kids, especially gamer kids, loved were stores like Hastings or GameStop, where you could go and they had games hooked up to a controller that was mounted to the wall right under a TV, and you could test out some of the newest games in that store and see if it was something that you liked. As well, places that were a little bit smaller would actually swap out the games. They'd have like a PlayStation or an Xbox running, and they would swap out the games for you to try before you purchased them. It was something that you just don't see anymore, and I really wish you could. I know that everything's all digital, but there's many games that I look at and I'm like, okay, that looks kind of fun, but I don't want to buy it because I don't want to be disappointed. I wish I could go to a Best Buy or something like that and be able to play the game for 5-10 minutes and see if it's something that seems fun and that I would actually enjoy getting the whole story out of it. And it just has died. There's nothing that you can do. I know places like Best Buy still have some of the handhelds like a Nintendo Switch or an Asus Ally on the floor that you can touch a little bit, but most of the time the batteries are dead. There's no games to play, and it's just a really dumbed down demo version for you to just kind of feel in your hands, but you can't do anything with. Just about everywhere that you went had something fun to do. You could go to an arcade, you could watch a movie, you could just do something fun while your parents did adult things. Just about anywhere you went, you could make a friend. Every one of the kids, all their parents had the same idea. They would just drop them all off together, and all of us would create our own memories in stores or in restaurants, and everyone would just play and have a good time. And it's just something that you don't see anymore. Now everything just feels dead and boring. It's a very bad type of minimalism in my personal opinion. There's no real innovation. I feel like you could have minimalism but still also make it fun for kids and people to come to, where you could have different designs in things and have multi-purposes, where like on the bench seats where everyone's sitting and eating food, you could have a little crawl through tunnel or something to do for the kids once they get done or while they're waiting. As well, there's just nothing to do for anyone, it seems like, anymore. It's like there's no reason to really go to these places. I'm not sure if the reason that everywhere in the world is like this is either to save money because businesses don't want to put that extra in anymore. They want to see record-breaking profits instead of the consumer experience, or if it's to reduce liability. I know that those play places could be a little dangerous at times. If somebody wasn't paying attention, you could fall down the stairs or bang your head in the slide, but it was all part of the fun in being a kid. So I don't know if maybe they're trying to reduce some liability with it or what's going on. And finally, I'm not sure if it's maybe just the consumer has changed. I know everyone's really enveloped with their cell phones and technology anymore, and it seems like nobody really wants to talk to one another, which I understand. I am a very socially awkward person and I'm an introvert, but I really do miss some of that interpersonal connection that you would have with people. And especially kids, I feel like, are really missing out on that, where no one really talks to each other unless it's through a phone. Sometimes I kind of wish that we could go back to the late 90s, early 2000s and raise our kids there, where everyone could go out and make friends and experience fun things. Now everyone's just wrapped up in their phones and not talking to each other, but it's just something that's been on my mind. I really miss our childhood and how cool it was, and I'm really hoping that it makes a resurgence in some way, shape, or form, because like as a grown adult, the adult Happy Meal with the Minecraft toy in it, I got the zombie Hamburglar, in case anyone was curious. But I feel like these things are fun, and it really just reminded me of how cool stuff used to be as a kid, and I really wish it could go back. If you're one of those kids that grew up in that generation and you're kind of seeing how things turn now, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this subject matter. Do you think it was better when we were kids, or do you think it's better for kids now? I would really like to know kind of what some of you are thinking, and some of you, especially with kids, are thinking, because it seems like a lot of stuff just isn't the same anymore, and we're really missing that personal, exciting touch. With all that, you guys, I hope you did enjoy. I tried to throw some different editing stuff here on this video to see kind of what people think about it, as well as maybe just talk about something that isn't really talked about as much as I feel like it should be. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. I love hearing from you guys, and I love hearing what you have to say and recommend on these videos. But with all that, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.